Here comes the news of the week. As per Union Dairy Minister Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh, animal husbandry plays a crucial role in India's agriculture economy, ensuring nutrition and livelihood for millions. Milk, a nearly complete food, is rich in proteins, vitamins and minerals. India's per capita milk availability has risen to 471 grams per day, surpassing ICMR's recommendation of 300 grams per day. Milk production in 22-23 was valued at 11.16 lakh crores, exceeding wheat and paddy combined. Key government initiatives are as follows. Rashtriya Gokul Mission boosts indigenous breeds through artificial insemination, and 12.2 crore inseminations have already been done. National Livestock Mission supports feed, fodder and insurance for dairy farmers. National Program for Dairy Development strengthens cooperative dairy infrastructure. Livestock Health and Disease Control conducted 100 crore plus FMD vaccinations and operates 4,016 mobile veterinary units. AHIDF, with a 29,110 crore fund, it supports dairy processing, feed plants and waste management. These initiatives continue to drive India's dairy sector forward. An Indian origin cow sold for Rs 40 crores at an auction in Minas Gerais, Brazil, has set the Guinness World Record for being the most expensive cattle. Viatina 19 reportedly weighs around 1,101 kg, twice the average weight of other cows of the same Nellore-based Ongole breed. Watch a report now.
This is Viatina 19. She is one of Brazil's 235 million cows, in a country with more cows than people. But she is exceptional. She is physically massive, considered as close to perfection as a cow can be. Monitored 24 hours a day, she is the world's most expensive, according to the Guinness World Records. Her total value, a massive $4.1 million.
Eu diria para você, resumidamente, que a Viatina é um combo. Ela agrega beleza racial, capacidade reprodutiva, genealogia moderna, tudo em um único animal.
Breeders are betting big that cows like Viatina 19 can boost production in Brazil, already the world's biggest beef exporter, but also beyond.
Porque eu acho que ela não pode ficar limitada somente no Brasil. Se ela é a melhor do mundo, não pelo preço, mas eu acredito que ela é a melhor do mundo, a gente tem que compartilhar isso mundo afora. E a forma comercial de fazer isso é estar exportando a genética dela. A gente vai buscar esse caminho.
Now there are more Viatinas in the making. Her DNA has been extracted to create embryos. 10 surrogates are pregnant with clones of her. And she's pregnant herself for the first time.
A recent study published in the Journal of American Veterinary Medical Association explores the intersection between animal health and sustainability, focusing on how research initiatives can bridge existing knowledge gaps. Diseases in dairy cattle not only reduce productivity but also increase GHG emissions per unit of milk produced. According to global estimates, a 10% reduction in livestock disease prevalence could cut GHG emissions by 800 million metric tons annually. Key findings from the study indicate each percentage point reduction in dairy cattle disease rates can increase milk production, meeting the nutritional needs of 80 million people. Mastitis and lameness, two of the most common dairy cow diseases, have significant carbon footprints. Lameness increases emission per unit of milk by 1.5%. First-time mastitis case increase emissions per unit of milk by 6%. 3 or more mastitis cases in a cow can double emissions per unit of milk. Cracks in paint coatings could soon become a thing of the past. In a new study, researchers from the Raman Research Institute in Bengaluru have found a way to delay the onset of cracks after studying them in great detail. Milk, blood, and paint are all colloids. Adulterants might affect the milk's properties, creating unique drying patterns or crack formations. The study's approach could help identify the changes by comparing the drying patterns of pure and adulterated milk. It's a smart and straightforward method to test milk quality. Let's understand this technology a little more here.
Clay ages as the drying happens, which means the internal structures of clay, they develop even as the solvent loss due to desiccation or due to drying is going on, and that gives rise to very interesting drying behavior.
that the crack onset time, which is the time when the first crack formed, that is inversely proportional to the square root of sample elasticity, as well as it is inversely proportional to the evaporation rate of the sample.
So we see that the cracks first develop at the walls and then they kind of proceed, along the walls before these longer radial cracks, they originate towards the end of the experiment. These kinds of relations that we found, they're also very, very useful in formulating crack-resistant materials such as coatings and paints.
Global packaging solution provider SIG will invest 40 million euros, around rupees 360 crores, in the second phase to increase capacity of its plant in India, a key growth market for the Swiss multinational, a top company official said. With the new tranche of fund infusion, the total investment of SIG at the Ahmedabad-based plant will increase to 130 million euros or around rupees 1,168 crores, including the 90 million euros of investments during the first phase.
When it comes to food and drink products today, the choices are endless. And for many consumers, a carton pack is just like any other package. But with an SIG carton pack, there's a lot more than meets the eye. Around 75% of our packaging materials come from nature, with a sustainable layer structure that's more renewable, uses less fossil fuels, and has a smaller carbon footprint than plastic bottles. Each of our carton packs acts as a unique barrier, protecting milk and milk products from light better than alternatives, and preventing oxygen permeation into juices and other sensitive food products to retain vitamins, nutrients, flavors, and colors. SIG carton packs are engineered for aseptic filling of sterilized products, ensuring the highest food safety, quality, and confidence, with up to 12 months of unrefrigerated shelf life. A whole world of extra benefits is packed into every SIG pack, including cost-efficient storage and distribution, large printable surfaces with a literal billboard effect, one single supplier and contact for packaging, filling lines, and services, and a high level of trust from decades packaging milk and juice. So with food safety and quality more important than ever, why settle for anything less than an SIG pack? SIG, excellence engineered, solutions delivered.
Fairlife filters its milk to boost protein, reduce sugar by half and eliminate lactose, while also, according to fans, being creamier. That's helped it become Coke's fastest growing US brand and crucial to its growth strategy of moving beyond soda. Let's watch a brief report on the same.
Now here's Fairlife, which they started about 10 years ago in a partnership, is now they're Coca-Cola's fastest growing brand in North America and is about to come at a total acquisition cost of about $7 billion, which is also the company's largest acquisition in its history. It's what they call ultra-filtered milk, and it goes through this filtration process, and as a result, it's 50% less sugar, no lactose, and 50% more protein. And so, of course, we're now in this environment where people are really leaning in on protein-heavy diets, especially people who are on GLP-1 drugs. That protein helps you maintain muscle. And so along comes this, protein-enriched milk, and then they also have some protein drinks as well that are doing very well.
Since November, milk prices are undergoing corrections influenced by demand-supply dynamics. Buffalo milk prices have softened, whereas cow milk prices remain firm. In Maharashtra, cow milk prices increased by Rs 1 per kg last week. Milk availability is good and summer has not yet set in properly. As per meteorological department, over the equatorial Pacific Ocean, weak La Nina conditions are present and are expected to persist till April 2025. This means slight extension of winters as well as slight heavier and wetter rains are expected. Export demand for butter is weakening, leading to sluggish movement in both SMP and butter and thus low demand for milk. In South India, particularly Karnataka, farmers have pressured cooperatives for higher procurement prices. Some unions have responded by raising farm gate prices to Rs 34 per kg, excluding a Rs 5 per kg state milk subsidy. Overall, while cow milk prices maintain an upward trajectory, buffalo milk and dairy commodities are facing market correction. Dairy commodity prices on the NCDFI platform have shown a slight upward trend since early December. The lowest price point for SMP and butter was recorded on December 16, after which prices began to recover. Despite lower demand and high stock levels with cooperatives, SMP prices did not undergo corrections, indicating market rigidity. In contrast, the price increase in butter is supported by strong global demand and seasonal domestic consumption during winter. However, rising butter stock levels in developed economies could exert downward pressure on international prices, which may eventually reduce import demand from countries like India. The major projections remain as SMP prices exhibit a slight downward trend with an imminent correction of Rs 5 to ton per kg expected any time now. Butter prices remain stable as private sector stock levels are not yet at risk of oversupply. Institutional demand for summer procurement may provide support for prices, though any upward movement is likely to be gradual.